The ACL Super-15 is designed to give you 15 quality exercises, each less than 60 seconds in duration, that are high yield in terms of helping to prevent catastrophic non-contact knee injuries. It's different from most warm-ups in that it's focused on strength, balance, and technique. The ACL Super-15 would make a great lead-in to a traditional dynamic warm-up. We start with plank, which is a great exercise to build up core muscle strength. We are looking for good technique here, a good level body shape. Players, as they get a little stronger, can lift alternate legs off the ground. We'll do this for about 40 to 60 seconds.
Background, that's a good question. Butt down, Aubrey. Come on, Brooke, you can do this. 2 workouts in one day, you've done that.
You got this.
2.
Side plank is another excellent exercise for core strength. We're looking for a good level shape here. Hands up in the air. Feet should be stacked. As players become more advanced, they may be able to lift their top leg off the other one. And players who need some time to grow in their strength may kind of lean on their lower knee. The focus of the Super-15 is strengthening muscles in the core, glutes, hips, and hamstrings.
Alex Morgan. Good. Oh, I love it. The gymnast is lifting her leg. 1, go.
Jump over a line is sort of a technique exercise. It gives us a little bit of cardio. Players are asked to stay in an athletic stance with bent knees and to jump over the line. Recommend doing this off the side of the pitch. In case you're on grass, you don't want to chew up the grass. We do about 20 seconds front to back, and then we switch side to side. Here we're trying to straddle the line, jump from each foot at the same time, and land on each foot at the same time, maintaining an equal distance in the feet, about shoulder width apart. Again, athletic stance.
Good job, Grace.
We generally move right into single leg. Here we're trying to consider that there might be a dot on the ground that we're trying to jump over. Front to back, side to side, we're trying to mix up the motions here. Again, athletic in the knee. My advice to the girls is firm knee, and want to make sure your knee doesn't get over your toe. We're looking to do about 20 seconds each foot, total of about 40 to 60 seconds.
Switch legs. Go right into it. Side to side, front to back. Good job, Aubrey. 0.
From here we advance into a purely technique activity, which doubles to get us a little bit warmed up to play, and that is the side shuffles. Here we're really looking on emphasizing the inside knee when making the cut. So to help make this emphasis, we ask the girls to touch their inside hand to the ground so as they can keep the stress off that outside knee, which is generally where girls will put their emphasis when they're cutting.
Around your head.
At this point in our warm-up, the girls are huffing and puffing just a little bit, so we go into a balance exercise called halos. Here we're standing on one foot, flat-footed, and we're trying to orbit the ball around our head. The objective is to get off balance and to use the little muscles in our knees and feet especially to try to keep us balanced. I tell the girls that I want them to get out of balance. That's the objective here. What we tried to do with the Super-15 is identify the high-yield exercises from the FIFA 11, PEP Warm Up, and other sources that emphasize strength, balance, and technique. We jump right into another balance exercise we call the clock drill. Here the girls are on their toes on their standing foot, and the other foot is trying to reach out and touch imaginary clock numbers on the ground below them. We do about 20 seconds per leg, then we alternate and do the other leg.
Good.
These balance exercises are important because the research shows that balance is one of the primary factors in non-contact ACL injuries.
And break. Okay.
Next is a lunges series that I learned during my own knee rehab. Has phases. First we're in a normal lunge, then hands go up. Again, we're trying to challenge balance here. After this little period, we turn into our knee. Balance gets a little bit more difficult here. And the next step, I'm going to ask the girls to look up at the sky with their hands up. They will be out of balance, and this is okay, as they're trying to fight to hold themselves in balance. They will naturally be getting stronger in other little muscles around their hips and feet.
Beautiful.
Technique is important here. We want the knee to never get past the toes, so we want about a 90-degree shape there. The higher the hands are, the harder the balance is. And we want to hold this pose for a good 20 to 30 seconds per side for a good workout.
Square up. And walk forward out of your lunge. Good.
Next we work on deceleration technique. Unfortunately, decels make up a good chunk of ACL injuries in girls. And what we're trying to do is get the athletes to kind of stutter step or chop step into a decel. At least 3 steps is a good idea, and alternating feet on each decel is a good thing to practice.
Good job, Allie. Well done.
Strength becomes our objective again with the mini bands, as we're going to work on strengthening the hip muscles with what we call hip abductions. Want the hands on heads, and they're on a flat foot here. They get a little bit of balance work here, which is nice, but really what we're working on here is strength. Sometimes girls will feel it in the hip that is being flexed out. Sometimes they'll feel it in the opposite hip. 2 to 3 second holds is probably a good number here. We do each side for about 20 seconds each.
Switch legs. 2, 1.
We move the mini bands up to our knee area now and go into bridge position. Here, the talking points are really challenge the players with wider knees and higher hips. They can constantly be adjusting, and this is typically a good burn in the hamstrings, glutes, and low back. While a good chunk of the Super-15 comes from the PEP Warm Up and FIFA 11, this little mini band series comes from Julie Ebensteiner at the Loris Institute. Players then roll over into clams. Band is still at the knee level, either above the knees or below the knees or on the knees, it doesn't really matter. 2 to 3 second holds, feet are stacked, bend in the knee, trying to work the hips. Girls will tell me that they feel this quite a bit. We do about 20 seconds per side, and then we switch or roll over to the other side. Now we stand up into side stepping. This is a really good exercise. The girls really feel the burn in this. Technique is important. You want toes in front. You want kind of ribs down, and the weight on your heels. We'll typically go about 20 seconds to the right and then shuffle 20 seconds to the left.
4, 3, 2. 5 seconds. We're almost done. All right. 1. Drop.
After about 20 seconds of rest, we'll go into monster walks, similar to the side step. Now we are working backwards and forwards. Here the girls have the same thought, kind of butt down, weight on the heels. We want to press the knees out at all times, and ribs are down.
Nice job, Taylor. Good technique. Good. Every now and then take a double step, so a half step, a little lower.
Russian hamstring is a very powerful exercise. It isolates the hamstring muscle. Technique is super important with this exercise though, and I hesitate to use it too much because I've seen some athletes use their calf muscles to pull themselves up, and if not properly monitored, you may get a calf pull or two. So proceed with caution with this exercise. In the menu of exercises for ACL prevention is an alternative to Russian hamstring, and I call plyo burpees. In this exercise, we're getting some cardio, which is nice, but most importantly, the girls are getting good jumping technique, in particular the landing. We want the girls to learn how to land on the balls of their feet. Like I mentioned earlier, there are other exercises too that can help with strength, balance, and technique. Slacklining is a very good exercise for balance and some strength in the hips. Scissor jumps and jump squats are nice. Some of the ladder drills and yoga type stuff is very powerful. Bosu type exercises are great for balance. And then any sort of balance work on a bar or on a line or on a rope can be powerful as well. As long as we're getting balance, strength, and proper technique, we are going to help.